Hey y'all, I'm Krista and this is Magnolia Ridge Farms and Gardens. So let's take a quick look in my greenhouse. I got a late start planting this year because we were actually remodeling it, and I have not done the remodel tour, blah blah blah, but things have just been crazy, and so we're just gonna dive right into what I've got going on here in the greenhouse. I am in the middle of North Carolina, zone 7B, so let's take a look. All right, so I have my potatoes over here, and I'm really late planting these. They should have been in like a month ago, but that is my potato area out there, and as you can see, the grass kind of got away, so I've got to add more chips and compost and amend it. I just got it mowed today, so I'm still working on that area. So hopefully this weekend I'll get the potatoes in. So they are just kind of hanging out right here. Up here I have my cherry varieties and small varieties. So I've got some Sunrise Bumblebee, some Spoon, and some Orange Hat. These two are new to me this year, but I'm looking forward to having some smaller varieties that I am hoping the Orange Hat will do good in pots and containers, and I can bring them back into the greenhouse and or the house with a grow light at the end of the season and continue to get some tomatoes through the winter. But we'll see how they do. I've never grown these before, but they're supposed to be very small and container friendly plants. And then the Spoon tomatoes, I just really liked the idea of the size of these for some of the pasta salads and things that I do. I do not have any sign of ground cherries, eggplants, or some of my peppers coming up yet. Now they are, I would say, about 2 weeks in, and I know the last time I did peppers, they took quite a while to grow, and we've had a couple cool nights. I do have a heater in here, so it did not get below freezing or anything in here. There's been no frost in here. But I know they do like warmer soil temperatures, but we're supposed to be up in the 80s again, so they may pop on up. Over here, I just did these a few days ago, and that is a Hungarian paste tomato, Abe Lincoln 4th of July tomato, and some Persian carpet, I believe zinnias, I think is what that is. And then down here is the bulk of my tomatoes. And I have some asparagus roots in the back that need to go in. But I have Amish paste, pineapple, Berkeley pink, Berkeley green, pork chop, chocolate stripes, black brandywine, Cherokee purple, black creme, blue beauty, Paul Robeson, Dad's Sunset, Dr. Weike's, Kellogg's Breakfast, Azoishka, which is one of my absolute favorites, brandywine yellow, German Johnson, Moneymaker, Carbon, which is a new to me, Mortgage Lifter, one of my favorites, Roma, San Marzano, red brandywine, and an Arkansas Traveler. So that's the bulk of my tomatoes. Over here, we have habanada peppers, banana peppers, jalapenos, pepperoncini, pimento, paprika, another pimento. None of those are coming up yet. And then I have some Roselle hibiscus. I'm getting some peaks of comfrey, which is new to me. That both of these are new. Eucalyptus, toothache plant. You're starting to see right here. St. John's wort, pumpkin on a stick, hyssop, marshmallow, English thyme, dill, sage, garlic chives, parsley, Greek oregano, some more hyssop. I just did this one, and this is scaly bark watermelon, blacktail mountain watermelon, Italian flatleaf parsley, regular parsley. These are all flowers. Queen lime red, queen lime orange, snow white gomphrena, polar bear zinnia, canary bird, purple prince, giant lime, giant white, and giant coral. All of those are zinnias except for the gomphrena. Let's see. Over here, I have yarrow, zlatilan, chamomile, opal basil, lettuce leaf basil, lemon basil, lime basil, sweet basil, Genovese basil, holy basil, fennel, salmon nasturtium, orchid nasturtium, Bloody Mary nasturtium, white straw flower, giant dahlia, cream poppy, hens and chicks poppies, orange marigold, crackerjack marigold, and Tashlint marigold. Oops, sorry, I got my fingers in there. I didn't realize it. And then in this one is cosmos, apricot asters, silver asters, English daisy, Shasta daisy, purple cornflower, double Dutch rose, portulaca, red spike amaranth, flamingo cellulosa, jolly jester marigold, and then cucumbers. And so I have jade cukes, Japan long cukes, early fortune, calypso, Ashley muncher, Market Moor, which is one of my favorite, white wonders, Armenian, and cucamelons. And those are just starting to come through. And then here is celery, Utah celery, Chinese celery, giant red, Delnay, white, and lovage. And then I have echinacea, chamomile, borage, comfrey, yarrow, and rosemary, and anise. And it looks like I have a little bit of a gnat problem going on right in this area. Now, this flat was started at my dad's when I started my brassicas. I started my brassicas and then like 3 weeks later started these. And I just brought these home Monday. So, because they are ready to up hot. So, I think I'm going to leave the celery a little bit longer, but go ahead and up hot all this. So, I just brought those home and I had to put them, you know, in a floater tray till I could get done with them. And then I just did this one, which is more melons and squash. So, here's some more scaly bark, sugar baby, Noir de Corns, which is more cantaloupe, Gris de Rains, which is more cantaloupe, chrysanthemum melon, which is new to me, Tigger melon. I have tried Tigger melon and Kajori melons for 3 years now and have not been successful yet, but I've never started them ahead of time. So we're starting them ahead of time. Benny Kodima, I tried last year, was not successful. They got lost in the weeds. And then I found a bunch, but they were too far gone. So we're trying this again. Kajari, Buttercup, Burgess Buttercup, Honeyboat, Small Wonder, Gray Zucchini, Tondo Scura, Lemon, Gold Prize Yellow, and Loofah. So, and those are just starting to pop. So we'll start seeing all of that this week. So that's all I have planted in here right now, which is a lot. And I'm fixing to sow beans out in the garden, up on the porch. Let me turn this around. So anyway, some of this will start getting up potted. The spoon tomatoes and stuff I will probably up pot soon. I'll probably give those another week and a half till they get their third set of leaves. The roselle will probably be pretty soon. And I have a feeling a lot of this, the melons and the cukes and the squash, those are going to go really fast. So I have a feeling I'll start up potting those in about 2 weeks. And then we'll get them moved out after Mother's Day. So a lot of this stuff is really fast growing. Getting the plants out in May is kind of late for this area. However, we just had frost last night, which is late for us. Last year we had a late frost in mid-April. Actually, I want to say it was towards the end of April. Might have been about the same time as it is now, but it took out a lot of people's plants. It got like all my tomato plants, and I had to start all the way over from like right now. So we did not get plants out, tomato plants out until June last year. Like, it messed my season up completely. So I am taking my time this year, and I'm really glad that I did, because even though I would love to be a few weeks ahead of where I am now, things happen. And because we already have had a fairly late frost, I will have to look in the 10-day forecast. I don't think we're supposed to get another one, but we had it last night and the night before. And we're on April 20th now. So April 20th, this morning, we had frost. And our last frost day is typically around April 9th. So April 20th, we had frost, and we never put our peppers out till after Mother's Day. That's kind of like, around here, you don't. Some people push it, but you don't put peppers out till Mother's Day. So I wasn't really worried about my peppers being behind, because I will actually wait to put them out till the end of May, early June, because peppers love heat and they do so much better in the heat. So I'm not really worried about them starting now or taking another week or so to germinate and then having a full month to get up and growing before I put them out. I want it to be nice and hot before I put them out. So I still have a lot of work to do. Like, I'm not ready to plant tomatoes anyway. I will show you. So I still have this whole side of the garden to amend, and that's where I'll be putting tomatoes and peppers and cucumbers and some beans. And then I will wait to put the rest of the beans and some things down on this end once I'm done with the cooler crops, which my cabbage plants and stuff have stunted. So I'm not sure. I may end up ripping some of them out. But the peas will be done probably in June, and I will put beans where they are. So I'm not real worried about putting those up on the other side where the cucumbers are going to go. All of the back row right there where the garlic and onions are, all that will come up in around June. So I'll be able to put peppers and okra and things in there that really love the heat, and eggplant. So if the eggplant takes a while, I'm not worried about that. So a lot of that will go on this side, but all my tomatoes and cucumbers and stuff will go over here, which I still need to work on. And then all of my winter squash and melons will go out here. I think I'm going to try to do tunnels out here. So like one there and one here with the cattle panels, and just do like 3 cattle panels. I might be able to do 4 cattle panels right together, and then another 4 cattle panels right together, and plant my melons on either side, and then my winter squash on either side, and have them grow up on the cattle panels. And then I will do another one right here in the center of the potato area. So I'll do potatoes here, potatoes there, sweet potatoes along the back probably, so that they can grow up on the chicken coop like they did last year. And then one tunnel that's probably 2, maybe 3, but most likely 2 cattle panels deep, so like 8 feet. And I will do pumpkins on that. So, which those won't go in until probably June, July, kind of when the potatoes are about done. So, I might be able to do, if I wait, I might be able to do 2, because I could pull the potatoes out here. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But I still have a lot of work on these areas to do, because I did not do them properly. Last year, I just, I did the one over here well, but I never did the Aisleways. So I did the lasagna and the compost and all that stuff, and it did great, but I didn't do the Aisleways with wood chips, which I was going to go back and do. and the grass overtook the aisleways, and which then overtook the planting rows. And so I had like my small wonder spaghetti squash and the melons and stuff just kind of get lost over there. We did get some, but when we were cleaning up in the fall, when everything was dying back, we found fruits that we had no idea were there. So I've got to, the planting rows are still kind of there, but the grass is just so lush and thick where my paths were. So I have got to completely cover that in cardboard and chip it, and then reapply mulch on top of the other rows where the grass is kind of inched in on it, and then get that done, and then do the same thing over here. This side where the potatoes go is not nearly as bad. There's like one thick patch where I had a walkway that didn't have anything on it. The rest of it is just a little weedy, so I think, you know, a good layer of chips and compost over that will be okay, and then I'll put cardboard down where the pathway was. But so that is the plan, and that's all the varieties I have going right now. I am going to put bush beans up on the porch in my porch planters, and I will put pepper plants up on the porch in the bucket planters. And then, of course, herbs up there as well. So that's pretty much it. So I'm not going to do like a full garden tour right now. I just wanted to give you a quick look at all the varieties that I have been getting in the greenhouse. So we've got all of that going, and that's pretty much it. I mean, I have been working with what I could. Like today I canned up some chicken broth. I've been cooking again, but for 2 weeks my household was down with COVID, and I know it's that dreaded word that we don't want to talk about. So my household was down with that, and then you know, before that it was just, you know, things happen. But we have a lot going on right now. We are just trying to catch up. The greenhouse is ready to go. We almost have a chicken tractor built. It's almost time to butcher chickens. We have all of our babies in, and now it's just catch up time. So catch up with the planting. Market starts this week. I've got some exciting things rolling up for market, and, you know, starting to do yard work. So we are hitting our busy season. May is super busy because my other business, my full-time job business, it is our busiest month in the spring is May. So there's about 3 weeks coming up, starting Mother's Day, or the weekend after Mother's Day. We are slammed for 3 solid weeks. So, you know, between that and doing the farmers markets and trying to get this garden in, I am not sure how much filming and editing I'll be able to do. I'm already behind. I've been trying to do at least one a week, which is, you know, kind of what I promised. I know I did a lot more during the pantry challenge, but I'm trying to do at least one a week. I'd like to get back to doing 2 to 3, but during May, it's going to be scary, but summertime will be really good. I will start doing garden tours once a week pretty soon, and I'm excited. It is garden season. I'm excited to get back in the kitchen again. I have been back in the kitchen, but I haven't made anything new. Just been, you know, doing things that I've already put on here. Pasta salad, the chicken soup. I made a huge thing of that while we were all sick, and so yeah, so that's it. That's what we've been doing, is getting plants in, getting seeds in. I love my greenhouse. I try to be out here as much as possible. I bring my coffee out here in the mornings and check on my babies, check the temperature, and then I come out here and sit every night while I'm waiting for the chickens to go up. And I probably spend a couple hours a day out here, and this has been my refuge when I'm sick, when I'm well. This is my happy place. This is mommy's she shed. Everybody jokes about it, how I'm just going to put a recliner out here and just sleep out here, and, you know, that could totally happen. So anyway, thanks for hanging out with me today, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.